So the idea of this podcast, even though it's a visual podcast, the idea is that you don't necessarily have to visually watch the whole thing. Like, just turn it on, listen to it while you're driving, while you're cooking, cleaning, like, doing whatever. Like, we don't expect you to sit down and, like, watch us for 30 minutes. But, like, just put it on and, like, just listen to it while you're doing other things. What's up, guys? I'm Nell.
And I'm KJ.
And we're the hosts of Millennial Talk.
Alright, guys, so today we're joined by our co-hosts Courtney and Matt.
Okay, so my first question for you guys is, what is BDE? Like, it's something that I've seen on Twitter. What is that? What does it mean? Like, I know what it stands for, but what does it mean? I don't even know if we should say what it stands for because we have to bleep it out. But, like, what does it mean is
Put
the
it
question.
in the description.
Yeah. What does it mean? Why do people say that? I don't understand.
I've never heard that before. BDE.
So Bazzi tweeted it, and he said
Bazzi?
he's a singer,
rapper
yeah.
type thing.
So he tweeted something, and he said something like, "Why does everybody keep commenting BDE on my account, on my comments, whatever?" And I didn't know what it meant. So I looked at the comments, and then I found out what it meant, like what it stood for. But I still don't know what it means. Like, why do people say that? Like, what is that?
It's like charisma. It's like swagger.
Really? Whoa.
I want to say
Why?
cockiness.
Almost sort
Why?
of. It's hard to explain.
I don't understand.
I want to say cockiness because everybody I've seen like talk about it is like.
So,
really
what is it
confidence?
about? Like, what is this BDE?
And that's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know. I know what it stands for, but I don't know what it means. Like when, in what situation would you use that phrase?
Well,
I forgot what it stands for.
Like, can you? So you forgot what it stands for? Yeah, just tell them.
woo.
Yeah.
Might have to Urban Dictionary it.
Yeah,
So,
maybe.
I believe
Okay,
it's in
so
there.
part of me is
Formal
wondering.
definition.
I'm going to look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
That's perfect. I really want to hear the definition. It's
Okay.
probably great.
So you look that up. We'll move on. We'll come back to that. So the other thing that I wanted to bring up, you sent this to me on Instagram, but the Rugrats are coming back.
Yes.
Did you
Yes!
know that?
They are.
I'm so
Oh,
excited
Are we
for
excited?
it.
Okay, I was gonna say, are we excited or
But
weary?
I'm kind of worried because
About
it's
the
like,
movie?
it's like the Teen Titan thing where I'm like, I love Teen
yeah.
Titans, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like
Teen
Teen Titans
Titans
Go.
Yes.
So I'm like,
yes.
please don't
Oh, I
ruin.
get it. I
Big
get it.
facts,
Yeah.
big facts.
Okay.
Okay, so the show's coming back for 26 episodes, but then there's also going to be a CGI movie.
And that's what I'm afraid
Thoughts?
of.
Yeah, I was going to say
I
thoughts
don't-
on that.
If it was like Rugrats in Paris, I'm okay. But
Yeah.
if it's like CGI, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how I feel about this Lion
I
King
feel like
movie
that would be
coming up.
scary.
Like,
Could you imagine Tommy as like a CGI
I
or
don't
Chucky
know.
as
People
a
said they
CGI
will be
character?
Is it
traumatized by
the
Chucky.
original? Is it the original character?
Or is it the
Are they
all
bringing
grown
new
up
ones?
ones?
I think it's the
babies.
babies, but they're
The baby
adding new
ones.
characters too.
New characters.
And what's funny is that the pictures that I've seen,
a no for me.
Kimmy's the Asian one, right? The
Yeah,
one
she
from
is.
Paris. Yeah, she's not in any of the pictures, so I don't know what happened to her.
So maybe it's
rid of
before Kimmy. It's like before he got remarried and everything. It's
So-
Y'all can't go
it's
back in time
pre-Kim.
like
Oh,
that. That's
okay.
crazy.
Right.
So it's like a reboot then.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Sort of
maybe.
like a reboot.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if they're reviving it or if they're rebooting
But then that makes
it.
me think they're gonna have different voices, and I need
Yes.
the same.
Well, they
Tommy.
have to have a different voice for Chucky because I think the person that played Chucky isn't alive anymore. I'm pretty
really?
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty
Really?
sure
I
she
thought it was
passed
like
away.
a female.
Yeah, it's-
I'm pretty
Like a
sure she
young
passed
female.
away.
Oh
Because
my
like
God.
Tommy was a young
I'm
female.
almost positive that
I'm
Chucky
just
passed
like
away.
all types of lost. I didn't know any of this stuff.
You're
so
like-
it's all hitting me at once right now. I don't know how to
It's like-
feel. I didn't know they were going to do VGI. I didn't know the woman who did Chucky died. Like, it's all hitting me. I don't know how to feel right now.
Yeah,
What?
it's a lot. I know. But I think the overall consensus is that we're happy that the show is coming back, like the animated show,
Yeah.
but we're weary about the movie, the
Yes,
CGI
I have
part.
seen
Yeah.
comments about like the show coming back,
Mhm.
and I think it's just like one of those things where it's just like, you know, they brought Full House back, they brought like the whole That's So Raven's home now, so it's just like some things should just be left in the past
I
Yeah.
don't disagree.
and memories, but like also I wouldn't be so opposed to them bringing Rugrats back because if they brought something like Rocket Power back, like,
Yeah,
that'd be
I'd
great.
be
That would be
100%
great.
That's my
100%
show.
for it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm not completely sure, but I don't know. I think I'm okay with Rugrats coming back.
But what you just brought up, what you just said, made me
'Cause they're
think of
also not
something.
broken, like broken.
Yeah, true. It's also kind of weird that there's still like 1 in 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw
They
like
should be
people
like
saying
30
like,
years
aren't
But
they
it's
grown?
kind of like Family Guy, how Stewie still, we
Yeah,
don't even know.
It's so
like,
weird.
one.
But what you said made me think about something, how they have rebooted so many shows, and like I know that they're in the talks of maybe rebooting Martin. You said already did Full
Oh, yeah, they
House.
are.
Like there's so many shows that have been like they've rebooted Roseanne temporarily until she lost her mind on Twitter. Like they rebooted so many shows that it's like I guess my question is like, why? Like, do you have any theories as to why? Like, instead of us making new shows, why do we just keep rebooting shows?
I think it's because...
Are we just so obsessed with our childhood that we can't let it go?
Yeah,
so.
it's the
I
nostalgic
think so.
value of it.
I think everybody's like, bring that show back, bring that
It's
show
like
back.
we can't
It's
get past
because,
it. We
okay,
can't
if
move
you
on.
think about it, all you hear nowadays is, man, Disney Channel now is not like the old Disney Channel.
I say
Or
that all
like,
the time.
this show is not like the old shows. They're like, okay, well, if this show's not like the old shows, let's bring back the old shows.
But it's like, are we
To
bringing
please
it
you.
back for us or are we bringing it back for the kids? Because these are kids' shows.
Well, it's
and
for
the
us.
kids are
It's for
happy
us.
with what's on TV. Why
That's
are
what-
we?
It's for us. It's
Okay,
for
well,
us.
I mean, just like you said before, like, you are addicted to Disney.
Yes, I
Yes, she
am.
is.
But
So,
I
like-
still like the new Disney stuff. I'm not like,
Okay.
oh, bring back Hannah Montana. Like, Hannah Montana, get out of here. Bye.
Okay, but
We
like-
moved on. Lizzie McGuire, we've moved on. Like, you were great, but like, let's move on. Now we got Andy Mack and Bizarre
True.
Bart. You know, we
I don't
move
know.
on.
I don't know any of these shows.
You
except
said
for Andy
Bart?
You
Mack.
lost me there.
I don't watch
Bizarre
Disney
Bart
Channel.
is like the show that's kind of basically like YouTube. It's like people who are like YouTube creators, but they call it Vgoogle instead of YouTube. You just have to watch the show.
Oh, wow.
But anyway,
Very interesting.
I just thought it was interesting that we keep bringing back old stuff. Like, I'm trying to think, what are some other shows we've brought back?
They're
That
about to bring back
rebooted?
The Nanny.
Are they really?
They're about to bring that back.
Wow. Like, I know we brought back 90210. Like, this was years ago, but like, there was an original 90210
Yeah.
from the 80s. We brought that back.
Melrose
Think of a
Place.
show
Melrose,
they
like,
should
Will
Twin,
and
what's it called?
Grace.
Twin Peaks or something.
Oh,
They did bring back Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to the radio, or I was maybe talking to somebody at work. I don't know what it was, but they were talking about bringing back In Living Color.
Really?
I would love
It
that.
That
was-
would be good.
I would
it was
love
a
that.
it was a video I watched on Facebook.
That would be
And
awesome.
they said bring back In Living Color
We need
because
that.
the reason why they said that is because there's so many like jokes that people say,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like when like people said jokes on that show and they didn't get in their feelings, about it. And it's because they knew it was a joke.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're possibly not going to bring it back because of that reason? Because there's going to be so much like censorship on the kind of jokes they can make that not our generation, but like the time period now can't handle
Yeah.
it. They're too sensitive.
It's
I don't
funny
know.
you said that though, because the other day it was this whole social media thing about a rapper came on a Wild and Out, and they said maybe 2 jokes about her, and she started crying. And she went back to the stage, but the rapper, if you guys know who Azalea Banks is, she always has a problem.
Oh, yeah.
It was her who
Yes. Oh.
She cried.
Never
She
mind.
cried and went
It's
backstage. So it's like people who are like her that are very sensitive, and it's just like, but it's a joke. It's not that serious. They're gonna be your friends 2 seconds later. It's
Yeah.
not that serious.
Yeah, the In Living Color, that would be good. I think that it's interesting to me that SNL has been on the air for so long, but In Living Color didn't last as
Yeah.
long. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised that it didn't, given the type of people that were on that
Yeah.
show versus the people that are on SNL.
Yeah.
But it just would be nice to kind of bring that back. You know what I mean?
I'm going to show you the video I was talking about in a minute or after this.
Okay. Okay. So you said you looked up BDE.
Yes.
So what did you find?
So basically, what I found was
Oh,
that
gosh.
it just made BDE means confidence,
Oh, okay. Confidence.
and
See,
In a
that was
sense.
right.
In a sense.
it makes sense now that I think about it because if it means
So it's like if you had one of
Let me
those,
see
you
it.
would be really confident.
yes,
like-
because they say like people like
Okay.
who have the BDE or BDs
Are very confident
very
people.
confident. Yeah,
That makes sense.
so
now.
they're saying he like to use it in a sentence. You can say he got that BDE. He got that that big D energy, right? So that means
I hate
like.
this.
But it's a good thing. It's like he got
Yeah.
that confidence, and I
Yeah.
like that about him. But it'll also be kind of awkward if they say he got that BDE and he don't got a BDE.
That would be
very
interesting.
awkward.
It is.
That's a
That's
personal
funny.
problem.
It's like that he walked up into that job interview and he had that BDE.
Yeah.
Got the job
Yeah.
because he had that BDE.
Well, enough of BDE before we get demonetized. Not that we're monetized yet anyway, but in the event that we do, we don't want to get demonetized. But okay, so you guys all heard about the whole Kylie Jenner being what is she considered the youngest self-made
Self-made
billionaire? Okay, so how do we feel about that?
Y'all go first.
I don't think she's self-made
Okay.
at all.
That's one argument. Is there anybody here that thinks that she is, that would agree that she is? Because I would like to hear from somebody who thinks that she is, because I feel like she's not, you feel like she's not, you seem like you feel like she's not.
the face.
I'm not sure where you are with it, but it's like I would want to hear somebody that would advocate for her, because I'm just curious, because I don't get how she can be considered self-made, because to me she's not.
at all.
Well, she's reached that marker, right? And that's her alone net worth.
Yes.
Does it really matter how much nest egg she started with? You know?
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
It can, but she still reached the billion.
Yeah,
And
I'm
so
not-
I
I'm
think
not
she can be
saying-
called a billionaire. I
I'm
don't
not
want to say
saying.
self-made.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not saying that she's not a billionaire. I'm not saying that she didn't get to $1 billion. Like the $1 billion didn't come from like her
Doing
work
something.
and her makeup and stuff like that. But it's like it goes back to what we said earlier about like in a lot of situations, you almost have to have money to make money. So the fact that she had money to start off with, it probably wasn't that difficult. And she also had connections, like, between, you know, her father was, like, an Olympic runner or whatever he was, and her mom, you know, already kind of had a name for
TV
herself.
show.
Yeah, so it's like she had a lot.
The things her sister had
She
to
had
do
a lot
to make
going.
them
She had a
famous.
lot going for her. She had a name out there. She, you know, that helped her get a lot of social media following and all that kind of stuff, which drew in customers. So it's like the fact that she already had all that kind of like clout and money to begin with. Can you really call that self-made? Because it's almost like she was born into the clout. You know, like she didn't work for the clout. The clout was given to her, and then she took that and used it to get to that $1 billion, you know, mark or whatever.
See, but what you said is, I feel like you can be famous or you can be a celebrity and still be self-made. It's like, I read about, I don't remember what celebrity it was, but they had a child who didn't say who their parent was, didn't use any of their parents' money, and made a huge million, but it's not like $1 million, but like, it's still a lot of money. Like, they know how to do it. Just, she didn't have to, well, she's on TV, so she can't not say who her family was, so, I mean, but she's still not self-made.
Because when I think of self-made, I think of you came from
Started
nothing.
from the bottom that
you
year.
Literally,
She started in the middle, kind of. She started almost at the top already.
Yeah.
She was already
She
at
just
the
made
top.
it further at the top.
Because it's just like when you're self-made, you start from nothing. It's like the whole, oh yeah, I just had a small loan of $1 million type thing. Like she started with one. Her sister got them popping too. Her dad was a runner. They had a show. It was a popular show that's still going on.
Very popular.
So, and there's so many people in America, outside of America, that watch it. So, there's no way that you can say that you're self-made when you have all these things around you that literally hold you up and say, all you gotta do is try on some makeup and choose the ones that you like and say, I'm Kylie Jenner and I own this makeup now.
And then on top of that, her
Buy it.
drama, and then her lips.
her
No
scandals and
offense,
stuff,
because her lips, people are obsessed
But I feel like
with her lips.
that to me is kind of like self-made. Like okay, what's the girl's name from Teen Mom? Farrah
Abraham.
Okay, so she to me is more. She's not a billionaire, but she's more like self-made because she went on to Teen Mom. It wasn't like she was famous or had famous parents or anything. Like she went on this reality show.
But it was kind of given to her.
The show was given to her.
Yeah.
How?
Well, they found a pregnant teenager, and they were like,
Well, that's
hey,
what I'm
we want
saying.
to film you.
It's not like she had money to
She
start
wasn't
with.
born into it, is that what she
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I
it's
can see
not
where
like.
that's coming from. But
Yeah, it's like it wasn't like she had money already or they knew when she was born that she was going to get this show, whatever. She just so happened to be pregnant. They were in the market for a pregnant girl. She fit the bill. So it's like that is almost self-made. Like, because it's like if she wasn't pregnant, she wouldn't have got, like, she made herself pregnant, but like, had she not been pregnant, she wouldn't be anywhere. She wouldn't be anywhere had it not been for her getting pregnant. So like that then like started her career with making all these toys and all the things that she does or whatever.
I know she
But
wrote
it's
a
like
book
she's
too.
self-made.
She wrote a book.
Yeah.
And she tried to do the whole singing thing. But
Like that is self-made to me.
Okay.
Kylie Jenner to me is not self-made.
quick side note, do you guys remember when Shane Dawson did an interview with her?
Yeah, I listened to it multiple times.
Wait, I've
But
never
he
seen
did it as
it.
like Shanae or whatever.
Oh no, I heard.
Oh
What?
my gosh. Shane Dawson is
Now
like-
I
Shane
gotta look
Dawson
it up.
interviewed
Now I gotta
her
look
on
it
his
up.
actual podcast. That's what I listened to.
No, like on his YouTube channel.
Oh no.
Oh, I need to see
Man,
that.
it was so funny. He goes, so you like made a song? She was like, mm-hmm. He said, let's listen to it. And then he was listening to it. He was just like,
Because she knows what's that
just
face.
dying in front of her. And then she was just like, it was just so awkward. It was the best thing
Great.
ever. You have to see this thing.
But yeah, Farrah to me is more self-made than Kylie is. Like, I'm not saying that Kylie's not a billionaire. I'm not saying that she didn't work hard to get to that billionaire status. But it's like there were a lot of things that she didn't have to ask for that helped her start that.
Basically,
Yeah.
what you're
Whereas
saying.
anybody else wouldn't have had the money or the clout to start a makeup company the way that she did. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like she can keep the billionaire status. She can keep the youngest billionaire status if she's the youngest one. I don't know. But the youngest self-made, that's where you,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
That's where
Yeah.
you lose me.
See, if it had been her sister at the time, I would have said yeah. Because she started off humble beginnings, being like Paris Hilton's best friend, and then dating Ray J. And you
So
all
really
know
humble.
what that.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say
mean-
her sister's more self-made.
Mhm.
I mean, she still had the show, but I
But,
think
I
she
mean,
did
it
the Ray
still
J
comes
stuff
from
before the
the
show,
dad.
right?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Ray J is why she got the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's more self-made than Kylie is. It's not completely self-made, but it's more than what Kylie did.
Yeah.
So, but the other component to this that is controversial is the fact that someone, and I don't know if this was a joke or if this was serious. I'm hoping that it's a joke. I think that it's a joke, but I think that people are taking the joke seriously. someone started a GoFundMe page. Because here's the thing. She's not a billionaire yet.
She's almost.
I think she's 900 million.
So
she has 100 million left
to make her 100 million.
Get her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thoughts. And go.
First. How much money does it have right now?
I think the last time I checked, like 2,000, something like that.
Oh, it really has money?
Yeah,
Oh,
people
God.
actually started donating
Even
too.
just $2,000.
Mhm.
Like, that's terrible.
And this is why we're talking about
There are
the celebrity
GoFundMes for
obsession
sick
thing.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the
People with cancer.
People are
with
actually
like-
spending their money that they go out and work for to give to
her.
somebody who's already
So
rich.
it's not self-made even more because people are giving her money.
Well, I don't think she didn't create it, so she doesn't
know she
have the
did it.
money in her possession. But the account was made for her. So that's what I say. I don't know
So
if it's
she
a joke.
actually gonna get the money?
I was gonna say, I don't know. I don't know if it's
If
a
it
joke.
reaches its goal, yeah.
I don't
does.
know. I really don't know.
I was just okay.
I think that if she gets the money, she needs to just funnel that back into charity or something. Because for her to accept that,
Send it to me.
but for her to accept that, I feel
What's
like
good, Kylie?
I would think. I don't think super
good?
highly of her now, but I definitely would think that she's like scum if she were to take that money from these people that are just donating her money. Like
yeah.
that's not great. That's not cool. Like don't do that.
Mm.
I think she should use it for good. Use her power
Oh,
for
you
good.
about to say KJ.
Why are you saying
Your
mm,
face.
what?
Because so I'm on both sides of this part right now.
Okay.
Because I know if somebody was throwing free money at me,
Mhm.
didn't ask them for it,
Mhm.
and they just want to support me,
Mhm.
give me 100.
But you should support me in a different way. Don't give me
the
money. No,
money.
don't
Show
give me
me the money.
Support me by like coming to an event that I'm doing or supporting a cause that I'm supporting. Like if I'm doing like a Save the Ocean thing, like come to my event, donate to my event. Don't just put money in my pocket so I can buy a new pair of shoes.
But we gotta realize who we're talking about.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, it's Kylie. It's Kylie.
Hey.
So, out of all these different pop culture topics, what do you think stood out the most? Like, which one would you think has the most impact on like our generation?
I think temporarily this BDE thing because it's so current. Like it's becoming a trendy thing. It's gonna phase out, I'm sure. But like right now, it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking about. Every time I go in for a job interview.
I'm done.
I'm saying revivals because they're current. They're always going to keep happening.
Are they though?
I feel
I
like
think
they're
so.
going to keep happening.
Question. So right now, we're the ones, like our age group is the one that is kind of like spearheading these things. And we're the ones that are like kind of leading in the industry, whatever, because the old folks are kind of like,
Yeah.
transitioning out or whatever. So once we become the old folks and we transition out, are there going to be reboots of things that are on TV like now? Like the new stuff that's on TV now, will that get rebooted later?
I think so.
I don't know.
I
But
think they're gonna-
if this world needs to reboot anything, they need to reboot Club Penguin. That's all I'm
I'm not sure what that is.
I
Sure,
remember
what
Club
that
Penguin.
I don't know what that
Oh,
is.
Club
Are you
is. So a
kidding
show,
me?
a game.
It is a
Game.
game. It
Oh,
was
I know
late
what you're talking
21st
about.
century.
Dumb. You know what they need to reboot? Pop Tropica.
I agree.
That was a good
I
game.
agree. All right.
But you didn't say yours. Did you say yours?
I guess I didn't. I guess mine is the reboots as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that those are going to keep happening, and if not, they need to keep happening.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about them keep happening. I feel
I
like you
know.
said earlier.
No reboots
I feel
on
like
Cartoon
some
Network.
things. I feel like some things should just stay. Like they rebooted Powerpuff Girls. You just reminded me of that.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did a while ago.
It's Powerpuff Girls Go though.
Yeah.
It's like a go.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it like the Teen Titans Go?
Yeah, it's
type?
like no
Cartoon
Cartoon
That's what I'm
Network
saying.
shows.
Like I think
None.
some
No.
things should just stay in our
Everybody
memories
else.
so they can be good.
Yeah.
And now they're rebooting it and they're ruining it, and it's like
It's
just,
trash.
That's true. But like, I wouldn't be mad if they brought like the Fresh Prince back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
But
I
Uncle
said
Phil's
that.
gone.
I said that. I was like, that's the only show that is like from that time period that hasn't come back yet.
Yeah.
They said they would do it with Jaden. Jaden would do it, and then Will would
Really?
be like. Will would be like.
Nah,
Uncle
I'm indifferent
Phil.
about that. I mean,
Oh.
ew, no.
I
you
know.
can't.
I don't really like them when they act together.
Really?
I'm not a fan. I
No,
should say.
Pursuit of
I'm
Happiness
indifferent.
is
I don't care
not.
one way or the other.
Because like, we're not gonna get into this right now.
I'm indifferent. I don't care.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys comment down below all of your different ideas of what you want to see.
If there are
what you want
shows
to
that you
talk
want
about.
to be rebooted, tell us down below
Yes.
what shows you
Tell
want
us
to
how
be
you
rebooted.
feel about this whole self-made
Me.
Kylie Jenner
Oh God.
billionaire thing.
And don't forget BDE.
Oh gosh!
Oh,
please don't.
please put
Please
that.
keep that out of the comments.
I don't want to talk about this. I hope coming back.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.